Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to online classes. This is Hassan Shaikh. I have made this YouTube channel in order to provide you latest videos of my lectures. You are requested to subscribe this channel for more videos on literature, communication skills, career counseling, and etc. Today we embark upon a very interesting topic, that is importance of literature. Before shedding light on the importance of literature, let me make it clear to you what's literature. You have a lot of definitions, but I would give my definitions, some more definitions for you I have brought. Literature is a branch of knowledge in the human society. Literature is a fine art. It is one of the fine arts like music, dance, sculpture. It is meant to give aesthetic pleasure rather than serve any utilitarian purpose. Through literature, we converse with the great dead. We meet with Plato. We meet with Aristotle. We are introduced to the great wise of the past. Similarly, in studying literature, our mind broadens, our outlook becomes beautiful. In the words of Montaigne, literature must wise the past, reflect the present, and mold the future. Literature has close connection with life. In fact, literature is the study of life. So, what is the importance of literature? Literature has a lot of importance in present world. Number one point is that it is so important that it is incorporated as a syllabus. We study literature in schools, colleges and universities as a syllabus, and examinations are done in it. The second important feature of literature is that it is so important that every year Nobel Prize of Literature is awarded. There are few disciplines like economics, chemistry, physics, medicine, peace, and literature on which annual Nobel Prize is given. Number third point is that by studying literature, one's intellectual horizon is broadened, our mind doubles, our ideas get maturity, individual and societal experiences are developed. We come across various novels, short stories, pieces of poetry. We study autobiographies. We read a lot of material. Our mind becomes mature. Our mind becomes pregnant with ideas. Nelson Mandela, a great African leader, was jailed for 27 years of life. When the time of his release came, the jailer asked him, "Mr. Mandela, we are going to release you." He said, "Do not release me here. Instead, release me the place from where you had arrested me." He asked his party leaders, party workers, to arrange the same sort of political gathering on the same spot where I had been arrested. So, he was released there. And what was the sentence that he uttered? I communicate to you, I just give you the idea of that sentence. I communicate to you, I speak to you. I begin my speech where I had left 27 years ago. I am still part of you. Don't consider that I have forgotten you. After reading this incident from autobiography of Nelson Mandela, our mind becomes mature, our mind becomes double. Qualities of thinking, qualities of logic, information are advanced. Suppose we study, we come across Daughter of the East, a beautiful autobiography written by Miss Benazir Bhutto, the past Prime Minister of Pakistan. In her second edition of the book, she writes, I was Prime Minister of Pakistan. Maulana Fazlur Rahman and other political leaders planned to topple down my government. They gave a reason that a pregnant woman cannot run the Islamic State. People against me stood. They planned some sort of activities which could topple my government down. But my father had taught me that in politics, timing is very important. In politics, timing is very important. I phoned to my doctor and asked him about the period of the pregnancy. She said, the baby is mature, you can deliver it any time. Being a Prime Minister of Pakistan, I wanted to come out of that quagmire, that big problem. I left for Karachi from Islamabad. I stayed in Bilawal House. Early in the morning with my friend, I reached hospital. The staff of the hospital was surprised to see me because Prime Minister of Pakistan was standing there. I was taken to operation theatre. Through cesarean, my baby was delivered. My husband came and took the baby and said, Bakhtavar, because she was born when I was Prime Minister of Pakistan. She was given the name of Bakhtavar. On the second day, I was signing the papers and files in my Prime Minister's house. Again, on the second day, I was working as Prime Minister of Pakistan. The entire plan of Maulana Fazlur Rahman and opposition political parties fizzled out. It was a failure. From reading this story, this incident from Benazir Bhutto's life, we have ideas to speak. We speak with authority. We have ideas. This is the power of literature. Similarly, I have a dream as a speech made by Martin Luther King Jr. The speech discusses the problems of white and black, how the black people were targeted, how the black people were punished. And this was one of the greatest speeches of the 20th century. Still, that speech has a fragrance. Still, that speech has power to mold and influence our minds and hearts. So, when we read these great books of literature, great pieces of information, our intellectual horizon is developed, our mind is broadened, our thinking is advanced. Later on, through literature, the culture of a people is preserved. Therefore, the writing and studying of literary works, poems, plays, short stories, novels, etc., give us a lot of things in which our culture is preserved. A local example from our society. In the first week of December, every year, Sindhi nation, the people of Sindh celebrate Topi Ajrak Day. Poems are written down. Dramas are staged. Short stories are penned down. In all these writings, our culture is preserved. Similarly, writings done in Punjab, KPK, Balochistan, their culture, their traditions, and their manners and mores are preserved. The last point I would like to discuss here, language and literature go hand in hand. It is an indisputable fact that the beauty of language can be seen in the literature written in it. So, a language becomes beautiful. It is decorated with artistic ideas, artistic style when literary fragrance is given. So, language becomes rich when we study great classics. We study literature produced by renowned writers of the world. So, even we are leading our lives in 20th century, the importance of literature has considerably increased. Literature always advocates peace, science advocates war. Literature is the prime objective of life. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope to see you again in next video.